14-year-old Jake had been wrestling for 2 years, and this match was supposed to be his breakthrough. He had trained harder than ever, envisioned his victory, and even imagined how it would feel to have his hand raised in front of the crowd. But as the final whistle blew, his opponent's arm was the one lifted, leaving Jake stunned. Frustration bubbled up in his chest. Without thinking, he ripped off his headgear and slammed it hard onto the mat, its clatter echoing through the gym. Jake's face was red, his fists clenched. Instead of shaking his opponent's hand, he stormed off, ignoring the disappointed looks from his teammates and the puzzled expression of the referee. Coach Davis watched quietly from the sideline, his face stern but calm. Jake had always been passionate, but this outburst was different. After a few minutes, Coach Davis found Jake sitting alone outside the gym, glaring at the ground. "Jake," the coach began, sitting beside him, "I get it, you're angry. Losing is tough. But what you just did out there, that wasn't wrestling. That wasn't who you are." Jake didn't say anything at first, kicking at the dirt with his sneakers. "I worked so hard, coach. I should have won." Coach Davis nodded. "You did work hard. And sometimes you can do everything right and still come up short. But wrestling isn't just about winning. It's about respect for the sport, for your opponent, and for yourself." Jake huffed, still fuming. "I just hate losing." "Everyone hates losing," Coach replied. "But slamming your gear and storming off doesn't fix anything. It just shows you've still got some growing up to do, both as a wrestler and as a person." Jake glanced up, guilt starting to creep into his expression. "Am I off the team?" Coach Davis shook his head. "No, you're not. But this is your chance to fix it. You can stay if you commit to being better both on and off the mat. Good sportsmanship isn't an option. It's a requirement. Do you think you can do that?" Jake took a deep breath, nodding slowly. "Yeah, coach. I can." Coach Davis gave him a pat on the back. "Good. Now, next time, I expect to see you shaking hands, win or lose. That's the real mark of a wrestler." Jake stood up, feeling a little lighter. Even though the sting of the loss was still there, he knew the road ahead was long, but for the first time, he understood that being a champion wasn't just about winning matches. It was about carrying yourself like one, no matter the outcome.